I know you all know why I'm really shocked right now, and we'll get to that in just a second. So I was gonna do another bit on why I'm so excited for this episode, but I'm just gonna jump right into it because I really want to get to the end here. It's also like midnight when I'm shooting this, and I kinda have to be up early for work. So anyways, the show starts off with Bran and the Three-Eyed Raven. I guess they're in some kind of flashback area, and we actually get to see Ned Stark, Benjen, and Lyanna all as kids. And this is the first time we're seeing Lyanna Stark on screen, and I was very hoping to see her because I'm very hyped for a certain theory that a lot of people believe in. But that was kind of nice. We get a little backstory on Hodor because he's in the flashback and he is actually named Willis. And the cool part is he actually could talk at one point. I never thought I'd have more interest than I already did in Hodor just because he says his name over and over and over again, but it's like, he could actually talk at one point, so it's like, now I'm actually interested in his backstory. But anyway, Bran's enjoying the memory. He gets to see his father as a kid, but the Three-Eyed Raven pulls him out. It's hard to tell how long the Three-Eyed Raven has been training Bran, but Bran's actor is like 5 years older at this point, so it's kind of hard to distinguish like how long it's been. So then we cut to Castle Black, where Davos and company are still in the room. Alistair Thorne is about to break in because he gave them till like sundown or something. Davos gives his signature line from the trailer, and I knew stuff was about to go down. Alistair's about to charge in, Davos and all of them unsheathe their swords. And I swear to God, I wouldn't be surprised if the Sand Snakes popped up in that room, stabbed Davos and all of them in the back of the face, and then had sex with Jon Snow's corpse. Then cue the Battle of Blackwater Part 2. AKA Giant takes a crow and smacks him against a brick wall and then throws him at Alistair's feet. AKA time to disembowel Thorne's insides and gouge Ollie's eyes out and feed them to Ghost. I had a very dark childhood. Then we cut to King's Landing, where some poverty dude is bragging about how he pulled his wang out while Cersei was walking naked. He goes off to take a piss, and then we see Zombie Mountain's first casualty, which was less disappointing than I thought. Zombie Mountain takes the guy's head and just smashes it against the wall. He's dead in seconds. Not even 1 second. Someone else dies by getting smacked against the wall. 2 for 2 in one episode. Come on guys, I thought Game of Thrones was supposed to be the medieval version of Spike TV's 1,000 Ways to Die. Then we're in the Great Sept of Baelor, where it's Myrcella's funeral. Jaime and Tommen have a nice talk, and then the High Sparrow comes in. He and Jaime have a little powwow. He actually threatens the High Sparrow and threatens to kill him, and then the High Sparrow's cult boys come in with their black robes and chains and wearing improvised weapons, looking like some crazy rendition of the Warriors. During this, Tommen has Cersei locked up in the Red Keep with Zombie Mountain. He goes to visit her, and let's just say, Tommen is dead. He is just dead meat. There was no way he's gonna survive this season. He's got a big red target on his face. At least Joffrey had the decency to actually kill people and emotionally traumatize everyone around him. Tommen's just Tommen. Then we're back in Meereen, where Tyrion and them are talking about how the ships were set on fire. I'm sorry for not mentioning that in last week's review. And I can already tell, what he says in this scene is my new life slogan.
I drink, and I know things.
And then this next part I'd like to call Tyrion the Dragon Whisperer. Tyrion the Dragon Whisperer. I gotta say, Tyrion, unshackling those dragons is a nice thing to do, but at least take some tips from the pro here. Then we cut to Daredevil. I mean Matt Murdock. I mean Arya Stark. I mean no one. I mean whatever. The wife, whiff, however the hell you say it, comes in and kicks the crap out of her again. But Jaqen H'ghar comes into play and actually tests her this time. Methinks we'll see Arya finally become a faceless man.
Nice!
Then we're in Winterfell, where Roose and Ramsay are having another debacle. Ramsay continues to play I want my dad's approval because I have no Sansa to bang and no Theon to torture. Turns out Roose's new wife gives birth to a baby boy, and I saw this coming from a mile away. Ramsay congratulates his father, or should I say, sends his regards. By stabbing his father in the gut, and then takes his stepmother and baby brother out and feeds them to the dogs. I cannot believe I just said that, and I thought Joffrey was bad. Then we're outside Winterfell, where we see Brienne of Tarth and Sansa. They have a nice moment. They talk about Arya and how Brienne saw her with the Hound, and now she doesn't know where she is, but Sansa knows she's alive now. Theon decides to leave the group. He wants to go back to Pike. Theon and Sansa have a legitimate hug because Theon saved Sansa's life. Wait, I'm smiling right now. Does that mean I'm actually liking this show again? Speaking of Pike, Balon Greyjoy and his daughter Yara arguing about the war that's been over for very long now. Balon's an asshole. he's an asshole. Then in the next scene, I'm pretty sure I saw the actual Game of Thrones being played. A mysterious figure shows up, Balon recognizes him as his brother Euron. Balon attacks him out of anger and Euron sweeps him off the bridge into the storm, and Balon dies. And at the funeral, Yara and the drowned god priest argue about who's in power and who gets the throne, and according to the rules, since Euron is there, he gets the throne at Pike. Somehow, I saw this coming too. Balon's been gone for 2 seasons, and then all of a sudden, the story arc of Pike is back. And Balon returns, of course, just out of nowhere. This wasn't going to end well. And now we're at the part that I was all googly-eyed about in the cold opening. Are you ready for this? You ready? You ready? I don't think you're ready. 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 Did you see that room Melisandre was sitting in? I mean, the decor in there was amazing. The torches added such a fiery detail. Holy crap, Jon Snow was alive! Anonymous editor, play me every single fanfare that ever existed right now. I could kiss someone right now for that ending. Any takers? Like, holy hell, that is season finale material right there, but they just gave it to us. Best part is, we don't get to see what happens next, not in a year, but in a week. Other shows should learn from this cliffhanger. I'm looking at you, Walking Dead. DB and David, are you trying to compensate us for your horrible Dorne scenes last time? Well, we forgive you. For now. Shock and happiness over now. Time for the too long didn't watch version. Once more, I was skeptical from the premiere, but just for those 5 seconds alone, I give this show 10 out of 10 once more. Baby Jon is back, but we don't know what's gonna happen to him after his resurrection. As we know from certain book and show characters who's been resurrected before, they always come back with a price. Anyway, I'm liking this show again. The last season was a little rough, the premiere went into some stormy waters, but this episode alone, with its ending, resurrected my shameless pun to get more views. This episode alone brought back my interest in Game of Thrones. I didn't know if they were gonna hold off on his resurrection or if they were gonna even do it, but they just flat out gave it to us in the 2nd episode. We still have more 8 episodes of this. Really hope we get a glimpse of Zombie Jon in the next episode. And even if they don't and they give us more crappy Dorne scenes, I think I could stomach it until 2 weeks from now. By then they gotta give us something on what Jon's doing now that he's back. And I sure as hell am gonna be there to review it. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been another Echo Review. I will see you all next week, and as always, my name is Matt, and I am signing out.